What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome, and also make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. And also if you want to follow me on Instagram, please do that because I share a lot of fitness content out there, and also some infographics which I'm displaying on screen now, which will help you, maybe reach your fitness goals, and you don't have to get bored watching my videos. Okay, so let us start off with today's topic. Now I want to explain the concept of supplement industry. Now there are two types of supplement industries. Number one, who love to create. That's a minority. There are only very few companies that love to create. I would like to name Redcon, I would like to name MTS Nutrition, I would like to name Dymatize. These are the three international brands that I believe are really good. Mark Lobliner puts everything out there. He's the owner of MTS Nutrition. We have Aaron Singerman, who is the owner of Redcon. I actually believe the products are good. And then Dymatize, they have been proven over and over again that they have some great products as well. Their pre-workout is also really good. So these are the brands, examples of brands that love to create. The second types of brands are the brands that love to sell and only sell. So what do? They hire some big athletes like Flex Lewis or any Mr. Olympia, and they just make some bogus bullshit supplements. And because they have a huge following, and because people who follow them think that these are well educated, they have good knowledge, or they'll buy their products, right? Because they are marketing those products, and the brands make millions and millions of dollars. That's why you see these days, even in India, there are so many new supplement brands coming up. Most of them are shit. Others at least try to create, right? I was working with Gear Essentials back in the day, not back in the day, like few months back. So I think it's a good supplement brand because they want to create good products, right? So these are the examples of supplement brands, right? The other brands, there are so many brands, guys. There are hundreds and hundreds of supplement brands. I've seen so many, but I made a list of 6 supplement brands that make pre-workouts which are not good. I don't want to be behind bars, and I don't want them to sue me, but I'll just say not good. Freedom of speech, right? So yeah, I'll make a list, and let me tell you guys how I'm going to categorize these supplements. Now the supplement will have proprietary blends, which means they are going to make a blend like Shreyas Kamath's Extreme Blend, which means they'll add 4 or 5 ingredients in that, and they are not going to tell you how much quantity of that ingredient they are put. That's called a proprietary blend. Second, they will have a serving size less than 10 gram. I believe if a pre-workout has a serving size of under 10 gram per scoop, then it's not good. This is my opinion, because pre-workout should be having not lot of ingredients, but they should be dosed clinically. Coming to the third point, clinically dosed. Now what is clinically dosed? We know what is clinical or clinic. So they will be taking certain ingredients, testing on people, and they come up with a proper number, which means, for example, for citrulline malate it's 6 to 8 grams. That is the clinical dosage for citrulline malate. For beta alanine it's 3 to 5 grams, and for caffeine it's 250 mg to 350 mg. So this is what clinical dosage means. So this is how I'm going to categorize these supplements, and we're going to talk about 6 popular pre-workouts, because pre-workouts after whey protein is the most popular supplement in the industry, because everyone wants to have that pre-workout effect in the gym, right? So let's start off with the video, and I hope I'm not hurting anyone's sentiments, but in the future I hope I can help you save some money, because I've saved a lot of money on pre-workouts, because I know this pre-workout doesn't help, because it's just placebo. It's a pre-workout because it's written that it's a pre-workout, explosive energy and all that. You will push yourself harder in the gym. It's not because of the pre-workout. So to get a proper push because of the pre-workout, you'll have to buy good pre-workouts. I made a list of good pre-workouts, and I'll also mention them at the end of the video because they are really good, and you can take my word, and I also made a video on that. So let's start off with the video, and let's start off with number 6. Okay guys, at number 6 we have the Course from Cobra Labs. I'm going to display the nutritional info, and you can see clearly that they have blends. Energizing Muscle Fuel Blend 3 grams, beta alanine, creatine monohydrate and citric acid. All they have done is they've added creatine just to make it look good, and the serving size is 5 grams. How can a pre-workout have a serving size of 5 grams, right? Then they have the Blood Flow Amplifier Blend. Like I said, crazy names. They have L-citrulline and L-arginine, right? So total is 900 mg. 900 mg of L-citrulline is like better than it's like better than like you can just have a chocolate before workout. So L-citrulline, the clinical dosage should be around 4 to 6 grams or 5 to 7 grams, and they have added 900 mg. So again, clearly shows that. And I've seen a lot of people using this and telling me this pre-workout just works like the way it's packaged. It's like a curse. You feel crazy in the gym. Nothing, guys. Even the caffeine, the dose of caffeine is very less in this, so it's just placebo. If people might take 2 scoops and increase the caffeine to 300 grams, that's why you're getting a rush. If you want to just get caffeine, go buy a caffeine pill. You can get caffeine pills for very cheap price, right? So just go buy caffeine pills. So this was number 6, the curse. Okay guys, at number 5 we have the popular pre-workout from MuscleTech, NeuroCore. Okay, again I'm going to display the thing on the screen. You can see that they have added 1.6 grams of beta alanine, 1.5 grams of citrulline. There's no proprietary blends here, but they have not added it clinically, which means they have 160 mg of caffeine anhydrous. They have nothing else. They have added yohimbine extract 20 mg, which might be too much for some people, but they just added it to look impressive. Again guys, this pre-workout is underdosed. Again, placebo plays an important role here. You just think it's helping you. If you take 2 scoops of this, of course you will get a lot of caffeine, but rest of the ingredients are clearly underdosed. Being a popular brand, they should be dosing their products properly, but they have some great athletes, right? That's why it's selling. Okay guys, at number 4 we have the most popular, one of the most popular supplement companies, BSN. They have this pre-workout called NO Explode, and this is the perfect example of a pre-workout trying to look over smart, and you can clearly see they have millions and millions of ingredients over here, but still a proprietary blend. And a big company like BSN having proprietary blends is really a shame. And you can clearly see they have something called myogenic matrix, they have endura shot, they have thermic energy, they have no NO alpha fusion, they have added L-citrulline malate and all these ingredients, and total is 1 gram. Are you kidding me guys? L-citrulline is one of the most impressive and the most important ingredient in a pre-workout, and you added 1 gram. That's really a shame, because you are supposed to be a big brand. You had Ronnie Coleman in the past, you had Flex Lewis in the past, and this is what you're producing. And they know guys, once it's like iPhone, you know, tomorrow if iPhone makes a screen that is total rubbish, people will still buy it because it has brand value. So in supplement you need to be very careful where you're spending money, because you are either getting nothing or something. You're not going to get crazy amounts of advantage. So you are getting either nothing or something. Here you're getting nothing. So don't buy this pre-workout. It's really I would like to mention garbage, because it's not at all good guys. Everything is a proprietary blend here. Okay guys, at number 3 we have the most popular supplement brand, one of the most popular supplement brand, MusclePharm. MusclePharm have the pre-workout called Assault, which I have used, and the placebo hit me back in the day when I was like, wow, crazy pre-workout, right? And I'll tell you why crazy it is, why it is crazy. So you can see that the serving size is 11.5 grams. And they have nothing, actually they have nothing. They've added some vitamins just to look cute, and then they've added 3 grams of creatine. I don't mind that. They've added 1.75 grams of beta alanine, again to look cute. Then they've added betaine anhydrous, okay, 1.5 grams, good. They've added taurine, very cheap ingredient, but yeah, that's fine. I mean, there's nothing wrong in adding it. Then 250 mg of caffeine, and then they've added 250 mg of acetyl L-carnitine. Now, why do you want to add L-carnitine in your pre-workout? I do not know, but 250 mg of caffeine, nothing else. Where will the pump come from, right? If you added beta alanine of 1.75 grams, why? At least add more, like at least 3 grams. Well, 3 grams, please. So yeah guys, so again, Assault, it's not a good pre-workout, and I wouldn't recommend you buy it just because it's one of the most popular brands in the industry. Because see guys, I'm telling you, supplement industry, multi-million dollar, I can say $billion industry as well. So you know, they're just looking to sell, and I think this is a brand that's just trying to sell. At number 2 we have Mr. Hyde, one of the pre-workouts that I shared with one of my old powerlifting coaches, and he couldn't sleep. Back then it had 419 milligrams of caffeine, nothing else. That's all it had, and I think I'm sorry sir, I ruined your sleep, right? So anyway, this pre-workout, the serving size is 7.4 grams, and all they have is what? They have L-citrulline aspartate. See, this is what I call trying to look cute. They have caffeine anhydrous 300 mg, and that is the reason why most people might be like, wow, I can feel something with this pre-workout. That's it guys, your tolerance level is very low, and that's why you get crazy energy. Like I said, go buy some caffeine pills and you'll get the same results with that. And then they have added some other unnecessary ingredients. They have added yohimbine bark extract 3 mg, which is not a proper dosage. Then they have added L-tyrosine and N-acetyl tyrosine 50 mg. Again guys, all these ingredients are added just to look smart, but they're not at all dosed properly, and most of the ingredients here don't even work. So that's the most important thing. Do the ingredients work first of all, and if they work, are they dosed properly? Here none of it, right? So at number 2 we have Mr. Hyde, not at all recommended, don't buy it, you're just getting placebo again. So guys, at number 1 we have this product, one of my first pre-workouts that I used, Cellucor C4. This is, I think, one of the most sold or most selling pre-workouts in this industry. I have no idea why, and the label just doesn't help me understand why this is being sold at that rate. You can clearly see the serving size 6 grams, and they have vitamin C, okay, they have niacin, okay, they have vitamin B6, okay, they have vitamin B12, okay, they have beta alanine 1.6 grams, they have creatine nitrate 1 gram. Again, just to sound cute, they added creatine nitrate. Then they have arginine, they have explosive energy blend. Done. I'm turned off, guys. It's a turn off for me. It's turn off. It's a turn off for me. I'm not even joking. Like proprietary blend, again you can see they've added 150 mg of caffeine, and they mentioned serving size is 1 scoop, that is 6 grams, and nobody will get any kinds of benefits with the pre-workout like C4. And if you take 2 scoops as well, it doesn't help you in any way. So number 1 we have Cellucor C4. I've checked, I've done my research, and it's one of the most oversold supplements in this supplement market, right? So this was my list. Let me know your list, and let me know why you don't like that pre-workout, and I want to know if any of these pre-workouts really helped you, and we'll have a good discussion down there. So this was my list, and I hope this list will help you save some money in the future. And just don't buy supplements looking at the athlete's body or the sponsored athlete's physique or anything like that. Just buy a supplement by thinking critically, and if it's backed by research. So that was it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it. Do give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out, guys.